Pep Guardiola is one of the greatest managers football has ever seen. But even he admits one simple truth. I knew nothing until I met Johan Cruyff. To understand Pep, you must first understand the man who created him. In 1988, after Ajax refused to give Cruyff full control of football operations, he walked away. That same year, he received an extraordinary offer. FC Utrecht, his hometown, would be taken over, and Cruyff would run the entire club from top to bottom. He would be the manager, the sporting director, the architect of the entire project. Even the Dutch government supported the plan. But Cruyff looked at the squad, looked at the long-term possibilities, and said, "Nah, they won't be able to compete." Barcelona, however, had potential, and they needed a savior. This wasn't a normal homecoming. This was the return of a legend. Johan Cruyff wasn't just a great player. He was the footballing brain behind a revolution. He had won 3 straight European Cups at Ajax. He was the best player in the world. He changed the way people understood football. When Ajax decided to sell him in the early 70s, Real Madrid made the biggest offer. They were backed by dictator Francisco Franco, and Ajax accepted. But Cruyff refused. His words were simple. "I could never play for a club associated with Franco." He chose Barcelona, not for money, but for meaning. Barca represented freedom, identity, resistance. And from the moment he arrived, Barcelona fans felt he was one of them. During Cruyff's first season at Barca, his 3rd child was born. At that time, under Franco's dictatorship, Catalan language, culture, and symbols were banned. You couldn't speak Catalan publicly, wave Catalan flags, give your children Catalan names. Cruyff ignored all of that. He named his son Jordi, after Catalonia's patron saint. "I didn't do it to make a political statement," he later said. "I just believe people should name their children whatever they want." But that single act made him a hero far beyond football. Cruyff then ended Barcelona's 14-year wait for a La Liga title. He wasn't just a player. He became the club's symbol of hope. Years later, Barcelona hit rock bottom, finishing 6th, their worst position in over a decade. They begged Cruyff to return, but he had conditions. Total control, no board interference, directors banned from the dressing room, full authority over players and staff. Barcelona agreed to everything. And then Cruyff began rebuilding the club from scratch. He introduced total football, not as a tactic, but as a philosophy. He rebuilt La Masia, the academy, so that every age group, from the first team to 10-year-olds, played with the same patterns, same ideas, same rhythm. One club, one identity. He turned Barca into a footballing school, a factory of intelligence, not athleticism. During one of his routine visits to Barcelona B matches, Cruyff noticed a skinny, slow 17-year-old playing right midfield. The boy had joined at 13. He could have joined at 11, but his mother thought he was too young. Cruyff watched closely. He told the coach, "You're using him wrong. Put him as the pivot. He's slow, but he thinks faster than everyone else." That boy was Pep Guardiola. Cruyff accelerated Pep's rise. He gave him a debut in 1989, a friendly match. At halftime, Cruyff took him off and said, "You were slower than my grandmother." Pep was devastated, thinking his dream was over. But a year later, Cruyff promoted him permanently to the first team. When veterans complained Pep wasn't strong enough, Cruyff didn't care. He saw what nobody else saw. A brain that could control his entire system. Pep became Cruyff's general on the pitch. Together they won 4 La Liga titles and Barcelona's first ever Champions League. In 1996, Barcelona's president decided Cruyff had too much power and fired him. Cruyff never coached again. He said the stress wasn't worth it. But his ideas, his philosophy, his teachings, they lived on through the players he shaped. Especially through Pep. At the end of his playing career, Guardiola wanted to coach. He called Cruyff for advice. Johan became his mentor again, guiding him step by step. Pep became manager of Barcelona B, the same place where Cruyff discovered him years earlier. A year later, the first team was in crisis. They needed a manager. Mourinho was the favorite. But Cruyff stepped in. He told the board, "It must be Pep. He will bring back our identity." Pep admits openly, "Barcelona never would have hired me without Cruyff." Pep took over, restored Cruyff's philosophy, modernized it, and in his first season won the treble. By the end of 2009, 7 of his starting 11 were from La Masia, the academy Cruyff rebuilt. As time passed, many people stopped visiting Johan. But Pep never did. He called him, met with him, even played golf with him. When Johan Cruyff passed away in 2016, football lost a genius, but his ideas are everywhere. In Pep's Manchester City, in Barcelona's DNA, in modern football itself, Pep didn't just learn from Cruyff. He became the living continuation of Cruyff's philosophy. For more football stories, make sure you subscribe to the channel.